Hello, welcome everybody to another modern stream. We continue working on Naya Lands. We're going to be trying something slightly different today. So we got Bujukibok moved onto the main deck. The way that we achieve that is by removing the mountain in order to make room for another basic forest. And then, unfortunately, getting rid of the Yabimaya. No longer playing the Yabimaya. I kind of am interested in seeing if I'm gonna miss it. Like without the Knight of the Reliquary, the power of Maya definitely went a little bit down. There were still some synergies happening with Titania, right? Like you being able to tap your fetches for mana as opposed to needing to crack them makes it so you can save your fetches in play, so you can resolve Titania and then on the following turn kind of crack everything and make a bunch of 5/3. So we're gonna see whether we miss the Yabimaya, but I really wanted to have access to the fifth basic. I think that was very important, and by cutting the mountain for the basic forest, we still have the same amount of green sources, which is important, and that makes room for the Bujukabog. I think this card is very good to have access to in the main deck with 4 copies of Reclaimer in the deck, obviously. So we're going to see whether that works out, but that is the only change to the main deck. Everything else remains the same. Explore, Ren, Prismatic Ending, Chalices, all of these cards have been working really well for me. And the sideboard, the change is we had a free sideboard slot. So what I did with that is I added Ancient Grudge and then I cut the extra bad removal spells, and I'm playing 2 Engineered Explosives now. I'm not sure about the Grudge. I'm just kind of like trying this out. I expect way too much hammer time this coming weekend, so I really want to make sure that I have that matchup and I'm well prepared for that matchup. I could be playing another Force of Vigor. That was the other option. But I think that the split with the Grudge means that your green cards are not so taxed, and I have found myself in a spot where I don't have anything to pitch to the Force, or I have my end game cards to pitch to the Force, which puts me in an awkward spot. Particularly because in that matchup I want to be adding the Chalices, I want to be adding the Engineered Explosives, and I also don't like the Elvish Reclaimers. So I am very short on green cards and even more so disposable green cards. So gonna have access to Ancient Grudge. Would Shattering Spree be an option as well? No, Shattering Spree is not an option because I don't have as many red sources. You need to be a base red deck in order for Shattering Spree to be good. And even still, I still think Grudge is better because Hammer Time plays a lot at instant speed, and being able to remove an Inkmoth Nexus can be very important, and Ancient Grudge does that, Shattering Spree does not. So I don't think that Spree is an option. We're gonna see how this league goes. If you enjoyed the content, of course, as usual, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and you leave me a comment down below, and I will see you for round number 1. All right, here we go. Round number 1. Skip this hand. So turn to Chalice. We got Saga going on. We got removal for an early Monke. So they're playing Living In. Well, there goes that. Huh. So we actually don't have basic mountain anymore. So we can't fetch for basic there. I assume that we're dead now. I assume that we're dead. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops. Plus there. Play Saga. Play Reclaimer, say go. Maybe we get one activation of this Reclaimer, maybe. Probably not. but I have to hope, because Reclaimer can find me the Bojuga Bog. Hey, we untapped. Sweet. I can't make a token, unfortunately. They do nothing. Let's get Sewer and Orb. We're just never activating Reclaimer. Subtlety. I mean, that can pressure the Ren. It's not the worst, I guess. Let's play this, find the plains. Explore. What's up, Scott? How's it going? Control that land. Play that. So you go. My favorite elemental. We're gonna finally be able to deploy a first threat. How cool is that? How cool is that? I'm gonna be able to play a threat here. I'm gonna make a 2/2. That's gonna turn into a 3/3. How sick is that? We even get to gain 2 life for our troubles. Love to see it. Let's get Shadow Spear. Plus on Saga. Play Saga. Might as well equip this because I'm not using my mana otherwise. Go to discard. I'm gonna discard the Dryad. So my opponent's gonna be forced to kill my constructs, right? It's not a power play. It makes it so. My opponent now they can't live in it. I mean, they can live in it, but like living in it is just bad, right? Attack you for 4. Sure, fetch another forest. Plus... Pass the turn. I guess we're just gonna discard the same land. Chet Bake, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Thank you for the content. There's no your chance I'll buy a playset of Rent for this deck. It's so much fun. It's pretty good. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, this is fine. Opponent can kill the Rent here if they want. Doesn't really matter too much. Token, Sodan Orb. My opponent says you may now play the other one. I suspect you have. They suspect correctly. Get in there, boys. I think I'm bogging. I don't want to get griefed. Pass the turn. Remember when I discarded that Dryad to hand size, chat? Remember when I discarded that Dryad to hand size, chat? Man. Feels good to be this smart. Feels good to be this smart. I wouldn't know how that feels. Fair enough. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. This hand kind of slaps, I gotta say. Gonna start there. Opponent's gonna cycle looking for a force. Did we find it? Looks like we did. Hey. I think I'm just gonna fetch Temple Garden, Player Reclaimer. Pitching Subtlety, by the way. Bad draw. Pretty bad draw there. According to the Urban Dictionary, piracy equals epic word. Can be used for anything, so I think you're fine. Excellent. Glad to hear that. So what's nice here is that we're gonna top the Flagstones, and now we can play Soul Guide, which means that we can get the engine going while still being protected. So opponent gonna 2-for-1 themselves again. Okay, so now we are in pretty solid shape. Reclaimer has flying, that's awesome. Grief. Got my Shadow Spear. Only change his main board bog. I think so. I mean, I did some adaptations to the mana base. Sacred Foundry. Bog. This still leaves me with another layer of protection. I'm sure my opponent's got a 2-2, but whatever. Player Saga. I guess we could technically find a Rain or another Reclaimer. Found another Saga. It's not awful. You have confidence I can be the 2-2. Thank you, CNA. I appreciate that. So now we're going to start spitting out tokens. My opponent's going to be forced into doing something. Oh, another Chalice. Great. So now my token is immediately a 3-3. Awesome. 2-2 defeated. Well done. Yes. Got him. Just gonna take it. I should have taken the trade. I guess it's not even a trade. It's just a chump block. Well, but my opponent can like bounce one of my things. But I guess no, but they can bounce my other thing, but they don't bounce my protection. So yeah, this is just fine. So make a token. Wait. Make a token. 1, 2, make a token. I think I'm gonna find Suranor here. Play my land. Swing for 5. Honestly, pretty unfortunate that I discarded Shadow Sphere. That I drew the Shadow Spear and the Grief discarded it. Good stuff. Naya Prison. Naya Prison gets the job done. See you for the next round. Round number 2. Sure, skip this. How did you like Naya Prison, Reaper? Whole game 1 I was thinking, see if I held this and no main deck bug. Yeah, I know. If there was no main deck bug, that would have been the ultimate bluff. Not a place I'm here going up for it. Oh, that's cool. No, I'm gonna be playing in the showcase this weekend. I've been using prismatic endings so much, I should just get the old frame ones. Dark Sleek Shores. Does that mean Asmo? I think I have to explore here instead of playing Reclaimer. Because if my opponent is holding up Fatal Push, that's just a disaster. It's not Mill, because they didn't reveal Lurrus. Profane Tutor. Oh, some form of Ad Nauseam. So if I double Reclaimer, no, I think I have to try it into Reclaimer. Would love to find the Chalice. Would absolutely love to find the Chalice. So if we're not dead next turn, we're dead in the following turn. Chalice. I haven't played against Ad Nauseam in so long. I imagine we're dead here. If we're not dead this turn, we're dead next turn. Which doesn't bode well for the home team. This seems like a bad match. I mean, I'm playing Chalice in no small reason because of this, right? Because of this kind of combo deck. So I don't think it's like a terrible matchup. I don't think it's a good matchup, but... Gonna get Flagstones. Playland. Yeah, this maximizes my damage output. In fact, this is just lethal if my opponent doesn't have. They need to have like removal. Like at you. Yes, yes, yield. Just Grace. So my opponent needs to have second Angel's Grace in hand. But there's nothing I can do anyway. So it's better for me to do this in response to the other Profane Tutor coming off, because otherwise the Tutor, I just have it. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, nothing I would have done really mattered here, unfortunately for me. My opponent just had the second Grace. And I think I should be dead now. Yep. I'm not going out without a fight, okay? Kill that shit. Kill it good. This has split second. We can't respond to the Angel's Grace with a Reclaimer activation. Stifle land? Yeah, that would be the dream, man. Imagine Stifle land. Whew. Let's say that I would play that. I guess that Force is just better than Prismatic Ending because it's instant speed and because it pitches to Force and Endurance. So we're just gonna go with this. Guess we can technically cut the bug for another Ren. Sure. Let's keep this hand. Should I play around? Nah, I'm just gonna play multiples. Just gonna play multiple chalices on one, I think. I guess we can go chalice on one and then chalice on two. Oh no, chalice on zero is actually great. Chalice on zero is actually awesome because of the tutors. Yeah. Because of the tutors and Lotus and the potential pacts. Hell yeah. They may have discard spells. No discard spells. I'm not going to play the Chalice for zero just yet because my opponent can discard it because there's a Chalice on one already, and I want for them to suspend, you know, Lotus Bloom or whatever if they do find it, or the tutor. That's a card to pitch to the Endurance. Or to the Force, for that matter. Your go. Dude, now you have Prison, man. Now you have Prison fucks. Leyline of Sanctity. Alright. I mean, Leyline prevents me from using Endurance to shuffle their graveyard back. Not really that big of a deal, but like it's a non-zero. Obviously, we can just force it, so not too worried about it. But womp womp. Wish I hadn't drawn this, because both of my ways to sacrifice the Triumph are now locked under my own chalice. That's probably the last land that I'm playing. I can ult Ren and get Infinite Explores. Don't know how relevant that is. I literally got nothing going on here, though. This Remblance is going to help me dig into my deck, though. Here we go. Opponent's doing something. Unless they just decided to take damage for no reason. Second Leyline. Sweet. So now I can kill both of them. Boop, boop. Is this the full lock? Like, I locked myself out of casting Explores, but now my opponent literally cannot win the game, right? Oof, something to win the game with, finally. Oh, they're playing ending now? Okay, good to know. Saga's great. Saga finally gives me a way to close the game out. Can cast Orb, get it countered, then shuffle with Endurance to get it with Saga for Titania. I like that thinking. Finally, we're gonna have some pressure coming up. It's funny how this game is taking like 15-20 minutes, and then the next game my opponent's probably gonna completely cheese me out of the game. It's gonna be over before it starts. Where is the opponent still trying to play this game? Maybe they have outs. I don't know their deck list. And I'm not killing them, right? This is kind of the issue when you're playing prison style strategies. It's like I still have to kill my opponent. If they find a way to answer the chalice, then their cards are live again. I still have, like, that's why I have not played this insurance just yet, because this means that, the endurance is still a very relevant piece of interaction to stop their combo. And now Saga is gonna give me enough pressure to end the game in a couple of turns, so... We are going to discard over there. Construct. Seems fine to me. Could see shaving a Ren of an Explorer for another Titania, but I don't think so. We're doing pretty well with green cards now. 25 seems good enough for Force of Vigor and Endurance purposes. That was cool though. I like that. Is My opponent gonna sideboard against my sideboard chalice strategy. Historically, Ad Nauseam was just an awful matchup for any sort of Reclaimer style decks. I don't think they have anything besides Echoing Truth. They could have. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think that there are any stock deck lists, right? So my opponent could be playing stuff like Thoughtseizes, which I assume that they would be playing anyways. They could be playing Disenchant sort of effects. I don't know. And wish to making Vindicate stuff. Echoing Truth could make sense too. Lots of alternatives. This is gonna get some of their draws. Probably not good enough against their average draw. Oh man, this is excellent against their average draw, but I really need a green source. Am I just keeping anyway? I think I'm gonna keep anyway. Bottom this Ruin Orb. If I find a green source, I think that we're in really, really good shape. And I have 2 turns to find a green source. Green source. Green source. Easy. Here's my Elvish Reclaimer. Still don't know what I want to chalice on. Probably one. Pact of Negotiation. So that means that my opponent needs to kill me right now. Or they're wasting an Angel's Grace. If they have land into combo, I mean, I guess we have double endurance, so we actually win. If they go for it right now, we probably win, because they would need land plus combo. Spoils. Alright. That's the fair spoils, I think. I think that's the fair spoils of the vault. Silence. Wow. Silence is kind of crazy, actually. I think I'm just gonna get Saga. I think I have enough mana to do all the stuff that I would want to do. so I can get some beatdowns going. Actually put my opponent on the clock. Evoke bypasses silence? No, it doesn't. Evoke is still casting the spell. You can actually counterspell an evoked spell. Okay. Alright, we can't cast spells. That chalice was kind of a sicko draw. It's an Angel's Grace. That's an Oracle. So we have to let the spoils resolve. Now that the spoils has resolved, we get to look at whether all of the other oracles are in the bin. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all the other oracles are in the bin, so this should be game. They could have backed as their last card, but we still have another endurance. Please shuffle your graveyard opponent. Thassa's Oracle trigger resolves. Nah, yeah, prison. Nah, yeah, prison. Nah, yeah, prison. Good, got him. Endurance is the best out of all of the elemental incarnations, in my opinion. My opponent is asking, since I've won, what version is this? And I'm just letting them know that come check out the stream, baby. Been working it for a while. See you for the next round. Alright, playing against Lurrus. This hand slaps against Lurrus. I guess this hand slaps against literally any deck. This hand is just incredible, so. How does Amulet versus Hammer go? Not well for the Amulet player. Hammer stomps Amulet. It doesn't stomp it, particularly if you have like, because they're not interacting with you, so you're just racing game 1. And game 2, you had a bunch of interaction. Okay. So another playing Lurrus, so we probably want these cards. And these. I should probably assume that they're playing Hammer. I'm not going to bring in the Grudges and the Forces, I don't think. They could be playing Black-Red or Grixis. So I'm just going to, you know, kind of half do the thing. This hand's not very good though. Keep this one. Is that really a swamp? Like, this art is really cool, but like, is it really a swamp? Does that really count as a swamp? There's no way this counts as a swamp. It's a swampy hand. Sure. But does it say swampy or does it say swamp? Like, am I supposed to believe that that's a swamp right there? Sure, I guess that if we are creative enough, anything is possible. Torak. Pro white? Oh no. Please, can we find a Ren off the top? Can we please find a Ren off the top? Oh, Chalice. Guess I can't really complain about that one, huh? That's just what Luciana looks like. So if they're not putting Lurrus in hand, I'm assuming they have K-Command or something. Lingering Souls. Wow. Oh, actually, this was a mistake. That was a punt because I have the Dryad, so yeah, that was a punt. I could have held on to. Could have held on to that. I am saving a little bit of life at least. So Dryad blocks Turak now. Voidwalker. Has to die. Land. Obviously, I'm not trading damage here. Next turn, we can attack, though. Really gotta dodge Call Against Command. Or Kaya's Guile. Those are the two cards that matter. I feel like everything else my opponent could have doesn't really matter. Another Dothy would be annoying because the Dothy actually prevents the Titania. Yeah, Lurrus going to hand seems fine. Fetch line would be a good draw. Chalice. We can Chalice for 0. Stop bubbles. So that's another 5-3. Here's the Chalice on 0, so you can't bubble. You love this deck? Thank you, Darth Sidious, appreciate it. It's all about perspective. If you were an ant, you would say that it's a big ass swamp. That's fair. What's up, friend? How's the lens treating you? Looks like it's going well so far. It is going well. Can't really complain too much. Fetch, make it 5-3. And my opponent's got a 2-turn clock over there. Maybe I should have attacked with Titania as well? I should have definitely attacked with Titania. Oh, this is great for me. Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. That is perfect, because now they don't have a 3-turn clock anymore. A 2-turn clock anymore, sorry. My opponent should have taken the 3 damage. Most of the cards for Legacy Reclaimer tech, what mix of Swords and Prismatic do you think is best? I think you want 4 Prismatic. I've been really impressed by Prismatic Ending. I've been really, really impressed by Prismatic Ending. That's a Cat Nightmare. If we dodge next turn, we're gonna win because we're just gonna get Surin Orb. I'm gonna play my land just so my opponent can't discard it with the Torak. So at this point, I think Kolaghan's Command is the only card that matters. Again, Voidwalker would again be pretty annoying. But I think it's Kolaghan's Command or bust. They found the K command? No. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This doesn't matter at all. In fact, I don't understand why they kicked it. They should have represented something. So the only way I lose this game is if I top deck exactly Surin Orb off the top. If I top deck exactly Surin Orb, we could be in trouble. Although I guess not really, because I just go get... Like, that would be the worst possible case scenario for us, but I can just, like, suit up the Construct or the Titania and just... suit it up with... the Spear. Saga circumventing your own chalices is just delightful. Deck's broken, Chad. Deck's not broken. I've been having way too much fun with it, though. Would like to gain 2 life and get a 5-3. Yes, please, and thank you. Yes, please, and thank you. Take 3. My opponent punted by throwing away by trading the elemental for their spirit. Their spirit was actually worth more than my elemental. They failed to figure that out. Chalice should be $90 by now. It was reprinted a bunch, so I'll sack that one. Would like to gain some life and get it 5-3. Lower finger to follow. I'll sack that one too. Would like to get 2 more life and get another 5-3. And I'll sack that one too, for good measure. Seeker, thank you for the follow too. Is that enough? That sounds like enough. Oh, hello there. Hello you. Hello you. You attack, you attack. And all of you fine folks, get in there. Simply Magic player, I see a lands deck and I follow. That's exactly what you should be doing. And if you see land decks and you follow, you are definitely in the correct place, my friend. You're very, very much in the correct place. -16. And that's a 3-0. That's a 3-0. See you next round. Round number 4 is here. Deck's busted. When are we getting the old border chalice in this deck? I was legit thinking about it. I don't think that we can keep this hand against the Lurrus deck. Like, I only have exactly 1 turn to find a red source, otherwise my hand just goes to the garbage, so sure. Guess this is better. So we're gonna keep this, and I think I want to send the Shadow Spear. So I'm forcing my opponent to kill Reclaimer on turn 1. Been playing lands and lazy for about 5 years. I've always liked to see it in places. Yeah, lands are great. I like playing lands. I can't fathom how people play decks with less than 28 lands in them. Just baffles me. Fetch? I got trapped, dang it. Sajat, shh. Come on. Don't do that to me. Chalice changes so much the deck that it's mind-blowing why some streamer thinks the Chalice is no good. Is there a streamer that thinks the Chalice is not good? I think whoever thinks the Chalice is not good is just playing a different format, right? Oh no, Monke. Oh. Opponent is just monkeying over there. Am I trading here? I think it's better to play Flagstones. Because I think if my opponent uses a removal spell, exactly, like this is just so much better for me. I can go get a Saga and I can get a Saga going. So get Triumph in play. Find the Ursa Saga. Now we can spend next turn using Explore plus making a construct. The jig is up. The jig is up. No, I don't think making the Flagstone streak is worth it there because it costs me steal an attack from the Ragavan. I think that it's better to just, you know, count your losses and we're gonna win via constructs now. Bujuga Bug is gone. God damn it. Put Lurrus in hand. Fuck this card. I probably have to kill the monkey here, right? Alternative, I could get Suranorm. I know that I could have made my construct a 3/3, but if I do that and my opponent just they kill the construct, then they get another hit with the monkey, and I think the monkey needs to go. And the monkey is the new Bold the Bear. That's true. 100%. Opponent's gonna get some bubbles going. OPB Boblin. Ren. We both got our engines going. We both got our engines going. Let's see who wins. Expressive iteration. For much less MTG band, promo and bubble is more offensive than promo, in my opinion. I agree with that. I think that bubble is better than pro. Are you completely sold on Triumph over Bicycle now? No, not really. No. Completely sold is it's a very, very strong statement, you know. Snapcaster Heat. You don't have land though. I'll block your Lurrus. See what we draw, because if we find Titania, oh, okay. Construct. Expedition map. Tanya. My opponent can chop with Snapcaster and they get to replay it. But that's also fine, because that spends their entire turn. And they're missing land drops. I love probe to see if shields were down. There's actually a published list from me playing for G-Taxing Pro in Amulet. I top-8'd an event way back when. That's how busted probe was. People were playing Serum Visions. People were playing Serum Visions. They should have been playing Probe all along. Would like to make another construct. And I would like to make another construct. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so Lurrus.deck. We want explosives. We want endurances. Don't want reclaimers. Ursa's Saga is just delicious. Delicious is such a great word to use. Love it. I think this is what I've been doing. I don't think Chalice is that great against them. Knowledge of what's in opponent's hand is big, but doing and drawing a card for free sounds busted. Yes, it is. I think this is what I've been doing. Why no Path? Because Path is just a worse prismatic ending against them. Giving them a land is obviously a big cost. The hand is great against Monke. It's not good against this card. I'm gonna Temple Garden just in case I could find Ren off the top. Not a fan at all of drawing another land there. Dryad is a fine top deck though. Monke. I think I want to Dryad here. I think my opponent is holding Counterspell. We're gonna take one hit from the Monke, but maybe they're not holding Counterspell. Just pass the turn here. Oh, drowning the lock, and they can't drown the Dryad. That's what happened. They got drowned in the lock and they cannot drown the Dryad. We got a Shadow Spear. I mean, we can blow it up with the explosives, so that's not the worst, but they didn't even play it? So they can lure us into seal. Block. Actually, let's play the fetch first. Sup? They have the OG seal, yeah. Nemesis seal. Still can't drown this. They still can't drown this. So we need to have like some sort of hard counter here. Get back to Saga. Change the reward to if we draw Titania, we win. That's actually fair. Swing for 2. Just threw away the monkey like that. All right, so go. Got a bubble. The question now is, do they have engineered explosives? Because that's the only card that matters. Iteration. Let's see that explosives. Let's see that explosives. Unholy heat. Fetch. Fetch. Gonna make one more, I think. And now they need to have exactly engineered explosives. It's the only card that matters. And that's enough to win through the seal of removal. So they remove this, they block here, they take... Could play Explosives on 3 and crack it. If they somehow manage to survive here without trading, then I'm probably going to play Explosives on 3 and kill the Lurrus. So I think their Lurrus is worth a lot more than our Dryad. Gonna drown. Snapcaster. Snapcaster Heat. Okay. Blowing up my own Dryad, which is lethal, sucks, but obviously their Lurrus is just way too important there. It's kind of an art, right? Like when your opponent tries to remove Titanium to have Surinor, kind of like figuring out how much all in you want to go. I feel like I'm still not that good at it. I have found myself in situations where I am, you know, exactly 1 too short or whatever. Point in going over every single permutation, trying to figure out a way. There we go. All right, what is this? K command, sure. Get back Lurrus, make me discard the Explosives. Important to note that we don't have... Oh, they just packed it. I was going to say we don't have Shadow Spear, so... For a note. Let's go. All right, for all the glory. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this hand. For all of the glory... Darcy. Could be playing against... I mean, I guess we're playing against UR Murktide, actually, because they didn't reveal Lurrus, so... Opponent's also 4-0. Nice. Yeah, I played yesterday an insane game for the video that I just made for... Yeah, that's some poor sequencing from them. They didn't beat the card, but they shuffled it away. What? That was not good sequencing from my opponent. I don't think I can, you know, leave myself stuck with 2 1-drops in hand. Unfortunately. I really wish I could have just played the Chalice there. I don't think that's an option. So this is gonna give them Delirium, but we can get rid of the Delirium because we have main deck Bog. The Glory comes and say help, nice. It's always good to help. They have found the bolt, they did. If they have Murktide, we're in a lot of trouble. But if they don't have Murktide, then I think we can be in really good shape. Stomping Ground, say no. Sudan Orb. I still don't know what I want, because if I find a Dryad off the top, I'm gonna want to play Dryad. I'm gonna want to fetch for. I'm going to want to fetch for Valakut instead of Bojugabog. I really don't understand. My opponent's sequencing has been all over the place. They have been not fetching when they were supposed to fetch. They've been fetching when they weren't supposed to. They've been not being in cards right before they're gonna fetch. It's been something. It has been something. Just gonna get Bojugabog. That's really good. That's definitely very, very good. And they kept on top, so I'm assuming that they found another counterspell. Game 1 is usually really rough against this deck. They put a card on top. That's a blank. Damn it. Can gain some life if we need to, but like we're just running out of time here. We're running out of time. We need to find a Dryad ASAP. We need to find Dryad or Titania. Either one of those should win the game. That's rough, man. I also think my opponent has counterspell in hand. We've been drawing way too poorly, unfortunately for us. Been drawing too badly. Ren would be an interesting draw, actually. Titania. Can we afford to wait on that? I think we probably have to. I don't think that making them happen is a good idea. Because we can play around it, right? If we couldn't play around it, then making them have it is not great, but since we can. Now we can't, because they had Archmage's Charm. They found the Murktide. Damn it. Came down to those 1 or 2 turns. My opponent just like got themselves off Delirium to play the Murktide. That's hilarious. Play that. Play this. Hope he doesn't get countered. They have another counter spell. Now we're dead. Okay. Endurances. Path to Exile. Soul God Lantern. Trackers are a maybe. Prismatic Ending, obviously excellent. Explorers are medium. I think I'm only playing 2 Chalices against them. As we just saw, Chalice is not the end all be all. Like it's good, like it's fine, like it's a good card, but I don't think that it's as good as it is against the decks like Hammer. Even against the Lurrus decks, I don't think the Chalice is very good. Because they have so many K commands and stuff. Okay. Not excited about this hand at all. Can we find a Rain off the top? A Rain off the top would be sick. Simultaneously a good choice? No, it's not. So they're gonna know about the Dryad. I think that I'm not gonna play the Saga. I could force my opponent to counter here, which seems fine. Like trading these for a counter spell, I think it's okay. They obviously have Blood Moon in hand, which is fine. We have an answer for that. Guess I don't have a Plains, which is annoying. This is brutal, man. Mull to 6. Couldn't find the cards that we needed. Maybe I should have just passed and not played the Dryad. Another counterspell. Force of Negation. That's actually pretty good for me. Oh, they found the fucking Murktide. We need to have... I mean, we have Path to Exile. That's our only answer. Yeah. No 5-0 for us. Sorry, believers. Sounds like a washing machine behind the wall. It's my AC. not much I can do about it. It's really hot right here in Los Angeles, so yeah. My opponent drew very well, and I drew horribly. I don't think this is that bad of a matchup. I've been beating it more than I've been losing to it, but you know, obviously, like this card is a big part of why, and you know, my opponent had the Blood Moon before I got to cast this. Yeah, our hand was just garbage. Feels bad, feels bad. Still a 401, nothing to be too ashamed of. But still, you know, feels bad to be close and to not be able to not be able to finish things off. Different 5-0, yeah. List is good. I think I may have time for another league. Yeah, let's play another league. Thank you for watching. That's gonna be the end of this one. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next one.